Well, welcome to part 2 of our Central Texas barbecue journey. As you can see here, we're chilling in line at Franklin's Barbecue. More to come on that in a minute, but definitely starting the day off early. I think we got here at 7:30 a.m. The guys at the front of the line got here at 5 a.m. So definitely there's some commitment if you're wanting to get the first slice, but I think 7:30 a.m. worked for us, but let's go on this journey together. All right, well, good early morning. We are at what some folks might consider the Mecca of barbecue here in Austin, at least one of the original locations. So we're at Franklin's. We're here at 7:30 in the morning because apparently that's what you got to do. There's already a line, as you can see. Not too bad of a line on our way here. So we'll get set up and keep you updated, but we've got just over 3 hours until they open, so we'll keep ourselves entertained. All right, doors are open. It's 11 o'clock.
Look at that.
Trying to see how far behind we are. We're not terribly far behind. The line obviously keeps going for quite a bit, but we're early-ish. 7:30, 7:45. We might make it to the door. No. So close. We're about 4 to 5 people outside the door, so hopefully it won't take too long. All right, here we go. We're here. This is what we're working with. The pile of meats. We got brisket, turkey, ribs, beef rib, and sausage, and pie somewhere. All right, now that we've had our sampling, we're gonna give you our 1 through 10 rating on every item we had. So we're gonna start with ribs.
Ribs?
Start with ribs.
The ribs were fantastic. They, if I'm judging it of what we've eaten so far,
Just your life.
In my life,
Yeah.
I mean, these are probably, for the last 2 days, these are number 2 for me.
Yeah.
They're still, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
They're really, really
score?
good.
What's your score?
I'm gonna give it an 8.8.
8.8, solid. We need to come back to you. You're still eating a rib.
He likes it.
So I'm gonna be.
It doesn't beat burnt beans.
No.
The spare ribs here, I'll give it 8.5.
Yeah.
The beef rib beats blacks by a mile.
Oh,
Oh God, yeah, I wasn't even comparing. Yeah,
I'd say that's probably on the. Let me give it an 8.
yeah,
And then
yeah. I'll come back. Okay. Pork ribs.
Pork ribs, very good, very traditional flavors, but very, very good. I give a 8-7. It's not the best. The ones yesterday were better.
Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Beef ribs, probably the best beef rib I've ever had. The flavor, the tenderness, it pulls off the bone, the bark. That's a 9.5.
I didn't get your beef rib.
rib? Yeah, so I'm judging it against another barbecue place, but that was a fantastic beef rib. I mean, it's my number 2 beef rib I've ever had, and that's saying a lot from my perspective. So yeah, it was really good. I'm gonna give it an 8.4 on the beef rib.
Yeah, I think on pork ribs, very good. Like you said, very traditional. There's no flavor profile that jumps out and like takes over. It's pork. It's seasoned well. I'm gonna say pork rib is 7.8 on the pork rib. Satisfied for sure. Beef rib didn't taste like a pot roast. Really good. Blacks is nowhere near it. The beef rib I'm gonna give an 8.2. Just really good. So now let's do the interesting one. Let's talk turkey.
Turkey. Okay, so usually when you go to a barbecue place, the turkey's like smoked so long that it's dry and kind of not moist, a little dry. This was like super moist. It was dipped in some butter sauce. It was my favorite turkey I've ever had at a barbecue place, smoked turkey, you know. So I'm gonna give it a 9.2.
I agree with him. The smoked turkey, not dry, very moist, very flavorful. Doesn't overwhelm you with the smoke. I actually give it a 9.5. It's probably the best smoked turkey. I don't eat a lot of smoked turkey, but it's probably the best I've had.
Yep.
I feel like she sold me on it,
She did.
and I expected something else. It's certainly really good. I give it a 8.5.
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah. Again, I think she said turkey. It was basted in turkey, basted in butter, covered in butter, cooked in butter, and then if you watch on the video earlier, they dip it in butter before they give it to you.
Triple dip.
It was the best turkey I've probably ever eaten, smoked or not. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big turkey guy. It's a shit yard bird, but like, no, I'm gonna say that was an 8.4. Incredible turkey. Now sausage.
Let me have some of that sausage. The jalapeno cheddar sausage is really good. I'd say it's probably better than Cruz. I forgot what I rated at Cruz, but I have to at least give the sausage jalapeno a 9. And then the house, probably an 8.5. I mean, they're all good. It's just different flavor profiles, depending on what you like.
Yeah, that's a nice take. Yeah, the sausage for me, they were definitely very tasty. I'm gonna give it a 8.0 for both. Yeah.
Overall sausage
Overall
rating of an 8.0.
Yeah, the sausage was. I mean, it was packed tighter than the other sausage we had the other day. Great flavor, but not. I would say not the best that we have here. So I agree with Chris. An 8.
Yeah, it's hard to take the sausage and compare it to the other stuff because the other stuff is so freaking incredible. So, but I mean, it's really good sausage. It doesn't have that coarse ground, hand stuffed, like hanging on a string, old school style. Really good. Yeah, if I put them both together, I would say that was a 7.6 sausage. Like, really good. Now, let's talk about what we're here to talk about.
You know, going back to the ribs though, real quick.
Oh, we're back to the ribs.
The difference between these pork ribs to burnt beans is the bark. The bark is really what makes it, and it gives it flavor. They're still really tender and juicy, but the bark just gives it a different outlook. But burnt beans still wins. Yeah. But still, this is really good.
Oh yeah. What are we thinking on
Brisket?
On brisket?
Okay, so I've eaten a lot of brisket around Texas, and this was by far my favorite brisket I've had in Texas by a mile. It was fantastic. It was the best thing on the plate, and that's saying a lot because everything was so good.
So it's a 10, right?
It was a 10 out of. It was an 11 out of 10.
Yeah. It was no better.
It was no better. It was the
no
best.
better in your life. What about you?
I mean,
What's Wapakoneta think?
The brisket was the best. I mean, you had the bark, you had just a little bit of fat on the bottom, very, not dry at all, very, very moist. Yeah, it's the best I've ever had. I agree, 11, 12, whatever you want to call it, but it's definitely the best.
I mean, there's probably none of that left. If that answers your question.
Yeah, it's all good.
How are we feeling about brisket?
I mean, it's hard to beat it. If burnt meat was number 1 on ribs, this is number 1 with briskets.
Fair.
I'd say it's 1A, 1A, really, if you think about it. You know, it's 11, 12, whatever you want to rank it, but it's 10 out of 10 no matter what you rank it up against.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, again, not a Texan by birth, but I've been here a while. I've never had brisket better. I mean, burnt beans brisket was good.
Yes.
It was very, very good. I don't remember what I rated it, but I think it was in the 8s. Like, it was really good brisket. And up until this point, it was the best brisket we've had on the trip. Maybe one of the top 5 briskets I've had in my life, right? That was really good. This, it's clean, it's simple, the flavor profile is brisket. Like, they're not churching it up. There's no zhizh, right? There's no, it's the best way to make beef brisket. I said zhizh, you know, but it was incredible. It was incredible. So I'm gonna give it a 10. So overall, your final thoughts?
Okay, so this is so far. We got another couple places to go, right? On the journey we've been on so far, with five places or 5 or 6?
And we attempted 6. This is 5.
Okay, this is number 5. If you're coming and you have time for one barbecue place and you have the time, come to this place. Come to Franklin's. That's my take.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I agree.
You get the overall, you get the brisket, and you still really get some good ribs.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk more about this on another time, but I think that.
100%.
Yeah.
If you have time for one place only, come here. Definitely great profile.
Yeah, this is not a chef, this is a pit master. This is a guy making the best barbecue you can get. And so far, if you want the best beef barbecue you can get, this is it. So. All right, you're probably tired of hearing what I have to say, so let's get some other opinions. So we've got, what's your name again?
Aloha, my name is Alicia. I'm Miss Kayla Wakona 2026 from Hawaii.
Nice. So your first time having Franklin's barbecue?
Yeah, it's my first time.
What's your barbecue experience in general? You have a lot of barbecue?
I love barbecue, especially if it's spicy.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
This was really good. It's crazy. People have been in line since 5 a.m. and they open at 11.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Worth the stopover?
It's worth the wait. It's good. It's really good. I took the bread and turned it into like a little sandwich.
Nice.
And it's very filling, so you definitely have leftovers.
Yeah. Not mad to eat this twice.
Yeah, it's good. I'll definitely come back on my layover because I'm a flight attendant.
Yeah.
So my next Austin layover, I'll be back.
Sweet. What about you, Donnie? So you've had it before or no?
I have not had this before.
Okay, so first time.
Did a little bit of everything.
Yeah, not much
As
left.
you can see, it is crushed and tender, worth it. 3-hour wait in line.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Better than anything in Dallas, and I love our barbecue.
I won't argue with you there. Yeah.
So good. So good.
Favorite thing on the plate?
Side was the beans. Turkey was a graded hit, but the brisket.
Brisket.
I mean, that's what you come in for.
Yeah, never had a better brisket.
No.
Personally, I haven't.
That's what you come in for.
That's what I got. My leftovers. I'm gonna eat this on the plane.
Don't let another
My barbecue
flight attendant
brisket.
have any.
Oh yeah, she said, oh, if you go, will you get me something too? I was like, you gotta wait in line with me.
Yeah, it was worth taking back. All right, awesome. Thanks,
Have fun
guys.
at the event, man.
All right, a unique venue for eating our KG barbecue because we're in the car because we got this to go. We've got somewhere to be. So let's take a quick peek. We've got our pomegranate glazed pork ribs. Note the pomegranate seeds. And we've got our lamb bacon ribs. We're gonna try those out. And then we've got Egyptian mac and cheese with like a tomato bechamel sauce. So interested in trying that out. But let's get in here and see what we're working with. All right, this is editing Trevor. I'm gonna have to do a little voiceover here. We broke a lot of rules. We didn't order brisket, so we couldn't compare the brisket, which was our #1 thing we were gonna do going into every barbecue place. And then we didn't rank any of these. We didn't give any score ratings. We just tried it out. Now, I don't know if it's because we were really full or what, but I'll be quite honest. The pomegranate ribs were good. We all kind of enjoyed it. The lamb ribs were not. I think we said off camera if we had to take another bite, we might lose our whole lunch. So could have been a bad day. Could have been it was to go and it was sitting. Could have been a lot of things. The mac and cheese was interesting, but yeah, KG's ranks really high. A lot of people really love it. It wasn't for us, so not gonna really put it on the scorecard because we didn't really give it a fair shake. But definitely not the best thing we had, and we messed up. So sorry, everyone.
Day 3, stop number 7, maybe? Not exactly sure, but we are out at InterStellar BBQ in North Austin. Take a quick look at some pit trailers we got rolling smoke out here in the parking lot. As you can see, a little bit of a gray, hazy Sunday, but the smoke fills the air. We are an hour and 20 minutes before open. We just got here. It's Sunday morning. You can see there's probably, I'm gonna call it 30 people in line, because there's people sitting up at the front, a couple layers deep, laps around, maybe a little bit more than 30. And we're back here at the end, so this one definitely comes highly rated. It's got a very artisanal focus on some of their stuff, so we'll see what we're working with. All right, quick line update. We are 5 minutes from open, so just recap for you. The front area zigzags a bit. There's probably about 30-ish to 40 people there before you hit the actual line. And then here's the line working its way all the way down and around, and it keeps on going until we get down here. Oh, someone just added themselves. So we've definitely hit a popular spot. Like I said, I think we're in like the 40s in line. So the hope is, you know, we're not here terribly long and we're still able to get all the things we want. So more to come. Update, we have made it indoors. We are in line. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people away from the order. So you can see not on the board. As of right now, nothing has been sold out. So fingers crossed that doesn't change.
None of the meats. None of the meats.
What sold out?
Cabbage.
Oh, the cabbage sold out. They only make so many cabbages. Yeah, I wasn't here for cabbage, so we're getting close. Okay, I would consider this a success. We've got peach tea glazed pork belly. We've got pork ribs. We've got the lingua. We've got the brisket. We've got the thick guisada with the cowboy bread. We decided to get some sausage. We decided to also get some turkey.
And that's the South Texas hash.
And the hash. And some more sausage. There is no planet in this universe where I can eat this food. Oh, sorry. We also got brown butter carrot cake. Because why not? Let's talk real quick about what we think. So I'm going to start with the pork belly peach tea.
It was fantastic. It was delicious. My favorite part of the whole thing, so I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
pork belly was excellent. Wish I had more. Definitely 10 out of 10.
Pork belly was good. I'd probably give it a 9. It was just a little too sweet for me, that last bite. Yeah. But overall.
From Simon Cowell, though, that's a good score. I'm gonna give the pork belly like a 9.5. Like incredible. It is dense. It is rich. Like you're not gonna eat a lot of it, but it was great. It was great, absolutely. Let's do rib.
Rib? Okay, being honest, I'm gonna give it like a 4.5.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite that we've had the trip, so.
The mid rib.
It was a mid rib.
Mid rib.
Mid ribs.
It wasn't spare.
So the rib was really tender. Not a lot of flavor. So I give it 5.
Yeah. Give it a 6, It was spare.
Yeah. At least it wasn't short. No, it's the third best. It's probably the third best rib we've had this weekend. Yeah. I think knowing what else is out there, I'm gonna give it a 6 as well, like a 6.2. Like I'm not mad if somebody brought me these ribs and said, "Here's dinner." Yeah. I'd eat it. Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, I'd eat it.
Now brisket.
Brisket? Yeah, it was also on the lower tier for me this weekend. I'm gonna give it like a 5.5.
You've become jaded with time.
The brisket wasn't as good as what we've had, but it also wasn't as bad as Smitty's, all the other restaurants in Lockhart. So I would have to say maybe a 6.5.
Want us to come back to you? You want a fresh perspective?
Yeah. I had to go back for that bark. Yeah. I'd have to agree with the guys, but I'd probably say it's probably about a 6. It's just right there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, if I made it, it'd be 10.
what's missing is the bark.
Yeah, and the fat, I
Yeah.
think. Now there's not a lot of fat on our pieces. Again, I think it's the third best brisket we've had. I think burnt bean and Franklin's, in whatever order you're putting them in, we're above it. So I'm gonna give it a 7.1. I think it was good brisket, right? Yeah. Now,
Wasn't bad.
Now the lingua.
That was fantastic. That was the only lingua I've ever had, but it was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. As the taco is.
The taco was fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've had lingua.
Remember, you didn't want it.
I didn't want it because I've had it before. I've had lingua tacos before. But this is the best lingua I've ever had and best lingua taco I've ever had. So I give it a 9.2.
What'd you say?
9.2.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
So I've grown up eating lingua tacos. I think it's an interesting take to them. I might give it a 8.5. Solid.
You treat it like a brisket.
Yeah, it's really tender. It just falls apart. The sauce that they give it with, really good.
Decent, yeah. I would rather eat the lingua than the brisket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think that's without question. So, if it's still on special when you come here, get the lingua, get the tortillas. The homemade tortillas are incredible. Putting those two things together, keeping the spicy or the fire picante sauce on there, like, I'm gonna give the lingua an 8.8.
Eat that tortilla, man.
No, 8.8. I think it was really good. And then lastly, just real quick, the quesada.
Perfect taco.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was like the flavor profile was like, I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but it's like the Chili's skillet queso, but like a million times better.
Yeah.
It was really good. I don't know what number I'd give it. If you're judging it against Chili's, like it's like a million over one.
Just judging it against food you like.
It was good. I'm gonna give it a 8.5.
Okay. Quesada?
So I think it's actually better than Chili's. It's almost Torchy's skillet queso. I would give it a 8.3. Just need some pork.
It's an interesting twist to
Yeah.
the authentic stuff that like mom makes. It's got a lot of flavor. It's comforting. This does the same thing, but it's just got a different take to it, right? I'd probably say a 9. Yeah, it's solid.
Coming from
Yeah, I would say the guisada with the cowboy biscuit thing, like it was good. Like if you were gonna consider it like an appetizer, I would say like that's like an appetizer, kind of thing. Good. I'm gonna give it a 7.8. It's good. I liked it. I would eat it. I wouldn't go back for more in lieu of some of the other stuff though. So, and then lastly, what's your opinion on the carrot cake?
That's the best carrot cake I've ever had, actually. It was 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Thoughts on the carrot cake?
Carrot cake, really good. That icing, oh, that was delicious. I loved how to roll with it. I give it a 8.8.
Carrot cake.
The guy in front of us said that they just recently brought in a new person to do the desserts.
Yeah.
Got next level. I'm not even a carrot cake man, but I'd give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not like a carrot cake lover. I like a good carrot cake. Shout out mother-in-law, good carrot cake, Diane. This was a damn good carrot cake. Like this is a 9.2 carrot cake. It's spiced. It's nutty. It's moist. So I'm not a frosting guy. They might put a little too much frosting on it, but it's not overbearing. I know there's a lot of it. So yeah, 9.2, really good. So overall, InterStellar, crushing it. Highly recommend. All right, last potential stop. We're pulling up at Hellberg BBQ in Waco, Texas. It is 2:32. They close at 3. Do they have meat? We are not sure, but we're gonna walk in and find out and see if we can at least get a tasting, a sampling of something. So, little metal building here on the side of the kind of highway. We're gonna definitely go check it out. All right, so here's our official plate. If you can't tell, we're reaching the end of our muster. This is all we can stomach at this point. But we are at Hellberg's. We are in Waco. The only top 50 barbecue joint in McLean County, if you were wondering. Personally, I wasn't, but I know now. Well, then we'll do brisket first. Chris, your thoughts on the brisket?
Brisket was really good, really flavorful. I like the bark on it. I give it 9.6.
9.6. That's got to be higher than what you rated burnt beans brisket.
Might be. I mean, the bark is what does it.
Yeah, it's quite good. Brisket thoughts? Window daddy?
Barbecue daddy. Barbecue baby.
I'm sorry. Barbecue baby.
The bark is phenomenal here. It certainly beats InterStellar's. It's really moist, juicy. It's got a lot of flavor. I'd say, I don't know, 8.5?
8.5, yeah.
Okay, yeah, again, just to reiterate, it's really moist, it's really flavorful, and out of my picks so far, I'm gonna say it's a 9.1. 9.1. Yeah.
Brisket's everything you want a brisket to be. Like, It's not dry. It's tender as hell. It falls apart, but not in a bad way. Like, you're not fighting with it at all. Like, the knife is optional. When you want the fat, it's there. When you want the bark, it's there. But when you want the meat, it's there. There's nothing like surprise coming in. It's just those 3 things. So I'm gonna give it a 9.1 as well. I think that's like it just edges over a 9 for me. It's really, really good. All right, awesome. Sausage.
Sausage is, for a jalapeno sausage, it's very weak on the spice. Has good smoke flavor to it. Definitely not overpowering. I give it an 8.2.
8.2.
I didn't try it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You gotta try this one.
I think I came down to reality after the first meat coma I was in, so this is a real review on the sausage. I actually really like this sausage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 8.6 on the sausage scale.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's got a different flavor to it.
Yeah.
I think it actually beats Kreitz from a sausage standpoint.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's better than that. It might be just a personal take though.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of throwing it on the grill and then cooking it on there and then just charring it enough. I don't know. I'd probably give it a 8.5.
8.5. Wow. Yeah. I like the sausage. I'm probably a 7.4.
They put it in
It's
the
good.
for longer
It's good.
because it's the
It's. I don't know that I'm
the
coming here
outside
for the
darker.
sausage. Yeah. But it's good. Things that we didn't try. Apparently their chicken is incredible, so we missed out on that. We did not get any ribs or anything else because, frankly, I have nowhere to put it in my human vessel. But we did get to try a bite of the pork steak. They were kind enough to give us basically a bite of pork steak without making us pay for it, so I do appreciate them. Super nice people here. So pork steak.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
pork steak. I've never had a barbecue smoked pork steak. Very, very tender flavor. A little bit of citrus. I don't know if it came from the marinade or what, but the citrus in it. Very surprising. I get an 8.5.
8.5? Pork steak.
It's really juicy.
Yeah.
It was really good. I'd probably say 8.5, 8.7, somewhere around there. I mean, it's something new.
Yeah.
And it was flavorful. Yeah.
Okay, I'm only gauging it against the pork chop that we had at Kreitz.
Yeah, same.
And I feel like the citrus was kind of an odd flavor I wasn't expecting. So I'm gonna give it a 7.4. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I just like the pork.
Yeah.
They're better.
Yeah, me too. So Kreitz is the only thing where like we had something remotely similar with the pork chop, and it was so big it was basically a steak.
Yeah.
You know, tell me in the comments what makes a pork steak different from a pork chop, because I am not aware. But no, I would say it was really good. It was very flavorful. Yeah, the marinade does not disappear. Tender, an enjoyable thing. Again, I don't know that I'm coming back here for it. But like I could see also having that as the only protein in like a meal. Like if you had dinner and they served you that with sides, you'd be like, dang, that was good dinner, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like I don't know that like I'm coming to a barbecue place and saying that's what I want, but like if somebody made me dinner or I went out to a restaurant and I ordered that dinner, like it was very good. So that's a long way of me saying like I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 7.7. Like it was a good. And again, props. These folks were so nice, so thankful for them to let us come in this late, still have food on the chopping block, to tell us what to look for, what to try. I mean, we're completely unsure about this place. We don't know anything about it. Very kind to give us the free bites of the pork steak just so we can try it without having to add it. Again, lovely people. So thank you so much, Hellberg. Kudos to you guys. So, all right. All right, so here we are, road tripping home. We got our kolaches. We're headed back to Dallas. I think we've had a little bit enough time to kind of deliberate and think about and digest, pun intended, what our opinions are on our stop. So first thing I wanted to do, since we got brisket everywhere, I thought it would be interesting just to kind of talk about that, maybe do kind of our top 3 briskets. Since it's Texas barbecue, it's brisket, that's the king. What are we all thinking? So, Chris, we're gonna start with you. Just thoughts on brisket overall, maybe your top 3, maybe anything that stood out to you, just your thoughts.
Okay. So we tried 8 different briskets, and top 3 for me, I'll go from bottom to top, right? So bottom would have been, I'm gonna go burnt bean.
Burnt bean
number 3.
Okay.
My number 2 brisket would have been Hellberg's, which that was unexpected.
Yeah.
They weren't even on the radar for me. They were great. And then the number 1, in my opinion, was Franklin's. They were just, that's the type of brisket. When I think about Texas brisket, that's what I think.
Yeah, the OG.
The OG.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he's the king for a reason.
Yeah.
All right, Donovan.
My number 3 would be. That's actually a good question. My number 3 would be. How about we go number 1? Number 1 is Franklin.
Yeah.
And the bark, the taste, everything was great about it. Number 2, Hellberg.
Nice.
Yeah, number 2, Hellberg. And then number 3, I think ends up being burnt bean.
Burnt bean. So same ranking. Chris, I know you are at the wheel, so you don't have to face the camera. But what are we thinking brisket-wise?
So we had some really good brisket this week. We had some real Smitty brisket this week.
Ooh.
Overall, I think for my top 3, 3 would be burnt bean. Good flavor. It was moist. Didn't have the good balance of fatty and brisket and bark that I was looking for. Hellsberg, on the other hand, number 2, it had the great bark, great fatty, great moisture. It was pulled apart really good. And then the Mac Daddy of all would be Franklin's, obviously. Very simple recipe, but every bite you tasted the bark, you tasted the moistness, you tasted the fatty, you tasted the meat. Wasn't overpowering on the smoke, just great.
Yeah, I think no surprise. I think Franklin's, runs the list. Number 1 for me as well. I mean, Aaron Franklin knows what he's doing. He kind of brought Texas barbecue back, some would say. So I can't argue. It was everything you want Texas barbecue brisket to be when you put it in your mouth is what it was. It just was. It was, if you sat down and described what the perfect barbecue bite would be, what the perfect brisket bite would be, it would be that. So I'm gonna be the differentiator here. I'm gonna say burnt bean was number 2. I was just been sitting here thinking, and I remember putting that fat bark bite from the brisket on Friday and being like, that explosion of flavor was just otherworldly. It's not far, but I'm just gonna put burnt bean at number 2 for me. And then number 3, Hellberg. Again, I think Chris, you pointed it out. What a pleasant surprise. Like, didn't know anything about it, didn't expect anything about it. We're leaving Austin where it's supposed to be all the barbecues hitting, but now we're stopping in Waco, and it was great. It was great. I loved it. Again, great people, great food. Really enjoyed that bite of brisket. So that would be 1, 2, 3 for me. So the consensus, number 1, Franklin's for brisket. A little contention, I guess, because I'm flip-flopping burnt bean to 2. Everybody else says burnt bean 3 and Hellberg 2. But even for me, they're close. Like, there's not a giant gap between them. I just remember burnt bean a little bit more. So now, you've been to 8 places, Chris. You've had lots of barbecue, lots of different types. We've had ribs.
One may say.
We've had ribs of both varieties of pork and beef. We've had, lamb. We've had all the sausages. We've had pork belly. We've had
pastrami. We've
had beef cheek pastrami. We've had,
that was good.
We have all these things. So what non-brisket item are you gonna remember the most?
Yeah, I alluded to it there, man. That beef cheek pastrami from Burnt Bean, I didn't even know that existed on this planet. And that's out of everything I've had this whole trip, the beef cheek pastrami was my favorite. It was so good. For me, that's my take.
Yeah, what a fun way to yeah. That was so good.
That was good.
That was so good. All right, Donovan, we've had a lot of unique non-brisket type items. So, what thing are you going to remember the most? What item are you just kind of shocked by or enjoyed the most?
Burnt beans, ribs.
Yeah,
those were. I was completely surprised. I wasn't expecting it. It honestly changed my weekend because I was focused on brisket, and then ordering the ribs, then I had to ensure we ordered ribs throughout the rest of the spots if they were available. I think that's going to be my favorite takeaway, and that's the one thing that jumps out.
Yeah, those ribs were, goddamn, those ribs were so good. Those ribs were so good. Chris, what one thing that's not brisket did you enjoy the most? You're most surprised by? Just worth shouting out.
Man, that's hard. I have a top 3. I have 3 that are kind of like tied. The pastrami, the cheek.
Yeah.
That surprised me. I agree with Chris. Never had it. Never thought about it. The tongue that we had today.
Oh yeah, that
Oh man, when I thought about going on this trip, never thought I would have that. And then also the peach tea pork belly. I like some good pork belly, and that peach tea was just the greatness of the sweet, the crunchiness, the moistness. So, I mean, those 3 right there surprised me, and I never thought we would have had them.
Yeah, and I think that's a great call out to InterStellar. Like, going to InterStellar for brisket and pork ribs and whatever is like fine, but go there for the fun stuff, right? Because the lingua was incredible. The peach tea pork belly cubes were incredible. Like absolutely. And to your point, the beef cheek. So for me, the thing that I'm gonna remember the most, I'm gonna side with Donovan, just the pork ribs at Burnt Bean. That was the best bite of barbecue I had this week.
Nice.
Those Burnt Bean barbecue pork ribs. I fail to find words, and that's not good for this medium. I understand that, but I can't describe it.
They were good.
They were so good. If I was like, you can only ever have one bite from one barbecue place ever again in your life, I'm picking that.
That's the one.
I'm picking that. So that was so good. But again, I can't stress enough. Get the odd stuff. Get the unique stuff. Get the specials. That's what makes this fun. See what those people are thinking and crafting and trying out, because that made it so much more fun. So, all right, now the moment that everyone wants to know, how are you ranking these barbecue spots? I don't know that we need to do them all.
All of them,
but just thinking whether you want to do your top 5 maybe, like.
I'll give it, I'll do it like this. So I'm gonna give it where I would come back and visit.
Yeah.
Where, like,
what
if I'm
do twice.
Yeah, would I go back? Yeah. So I'll give you the places I would definitely go back. So I'll start from the top because it's easier to think from that direction down. But I would highly recommend Franklin's. I would go there again. The only downside is that you're waiting. I mean, it's a multi-hour wait, which that's not for everybody.
Unless you got a lot of friends and you want 5 pounds.
Yeah.
You can pre-order.
So Frank, I would go to Frank. I recommend Franklin. That to me is what Texas barbecue is. That's what I would. So I would definitely go back there. Number 2, I would go to Burnt Bean, Seguin. That would definitely go back to Burnt Bean. It's a little bit out of the way, but it's not that far out of the way.
The world's largest pecan is in Seguin.
Hey, there we go.
You know.
Yeah, Burnt Bean. I would go back there. I would definitely go back to InterStellar. That place was fantastic. I would go back and get some of the items that maybe aren't on your typical barbecue list. So I might not get the brisket there. I might get the other items like the pork belly, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then number 4, Hellberg. I would go back to Hellberg, and I would give Hellberg maybe more attention this time because it was like the last stop, and we were full. So and those orders, I would go like that. Those 4, I would go. The other guys we went to, if I was really hungry and there was nowhere else on the planet, I may go back. But I not talking bad about them, but just the other guys were like so much higher
it's a destination.
quality. Yeah, I would go back to the other guys. Yeah. So that's how I order.
That's a great way to think about it. Where would you go to go back again, Donovan? What's your list for where you want to go back again?
I would have to go back. My number 1 would be Burnt Bean, and the reason it's number 1 over Franklin's in this case is just from like the side standpoint. So you have a overall menu. You can hit the brisket, you can hit the ribs, but then you can also have tasty sides.
Yep.
And Franklin's is number 2. I mean, they're solid. If we're just talking about meat alone, they probably end up being number 1. But if you want to throw some sides in there, I think that Burnt Bean is my number 1. Franklin's 2. I think 3. That's a tough one. Probably InterStellar. but it's a close call from Hellberg.
Okay.
I think Hellberg, the meats, the sides that they had, even though we didn't try them, they look really good and tasty.
Yeah, the corn was good.
If you're looking for like a barbecue, yeah, the corn was good. Just a barbecue spot. And InterStellar is more craft, so I think I would step away and just try all the other things as opposed to the classics. So that's why it's a tough one. They could be like right there, but Burnt Bean 1, Franklin's 2, and then that's the way I would rank
3A and 3B.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's true. They were different and good in their own right. All right, Chris, where do you have to go back? In what order?
Definitely, obviously, Franklin's. Got to go back to Franklin's. We didn't try any sides. I know they have basic sides. That doesn't mean they wouldn't surprise us.
Yep.
The pie.
You did try the pie.
The pie was good. The bourbon banana pie was really good. I almost want to say InterStellar because of their sides.
Oh, so good.
They had, the hash was really good. I put that in with the taco. The queso one that they did with the bread, the cowboy bread. If you're going and you want some barbecue, but you want some really, really good sides, that would be it. And then Burnt Bean, good solid barbecue, really good barbecue, decent sides. Nothing that really wowed me, but it was good. Their mac and cheese
Mac and queso
was okay. And then the last one is where we stopped at this afternoon.
Hellberg.
Now, unfortunately, we didn't have many sides, but I'll say that pork steak that we had a bite of, they gave us a sample of. I've had pork steak before, but never smoked pork steak, and it was good. It's usually dry. It was very juicy. I wish we could have tried some more sides, but we just didn't have the capacity to eat anymore.
Our stomachs only do so much.
But it was good.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it. So thanks, Chris, for the idea. Like not trying to rank them, but like where do I have to go back to? Where do I have to take somebody who's never been? Like that's what I'm trying to think about. If I'm taking my teenage son on a barbecue trip, with dad, like where do I want him to experience, right? And I think that's a great way to think about it. I want to, God, that's so hard. Like I want everybody who likes Texas barbecue or thinks they like Texas barbecue needs to go to Franklin's. Like that's where, like, you have to know what the baseline is. And that's the baseline for like perfect Texas barbecue. Yep. It's beef, barbecue, done, Texas.
That's right.
And it's there are no notes, like 10 out of 10. Like no notes. No one's ever going, well, the brisket could. No, you're saying the brisket's perfect. No one's saying, well, the ribs are little. No, you're saying the ribs are great. The turkey, we didn't even talk about the turkey. The butter-basted, buttered turkey was incredible, right? So like, yeah, the sides are basic. It's beans, it's green beans, it's coleslaw or whatever. Like, that is Texas barbecue. So for me, that's like true north. Yeah. Right? Number 2, I'm gonna say InterStellar because it's the most fun. InterStellar's having the most fun with their food. Their pitmaster, their chef, like they're just making fun stuff. That lingua that they recommended we eat as a taco on their homemade tortillas was incredible. All the things, I'm not even gonna talk about their brisket because honestly I don't really care. Yeah. But the peach tea pork belly, the sides were incredible. The guisada with the cowboy bread, it was all so good, so fun. And then the carrot cake, good God, that carrot cake. My birthday's in a few weeks, honey, shout out, carrot cake for my birthday. If you get one of those, that'd be great. That was incredible. And then number 3 is Burnt Bean. It's number 1 in Texas Monthly. Those folks know what they're talking about. I'm not trying to say they're ranking it wrong. They have their own reasons for ranking. Burnt Bean was great. And that beef cheek pastrami is something that, like, there aren't words to tell you what that was. It was like in the form of meat, but it didn't it didn't eat like meat. It ate like, it was so good. So Burnt Bean would be a clear number 3, and just, Hellberg's at 4. They were just like a good spot, a family spot. Like I could see pulling up to Hellberg's with, kids in tow, maybe your in-laws are with you, you're jumping out, getting a table for 8, and you're you're eating barbecue lunch or barbecue dinner, and everybody's just loving it.
Yeah.
Like that's what that was, and that just fits Waco in my mind. Like that's just like, you know, you're going there after church, or we're going there on a, you know, somebody had a birthday and we're going there for dinner with the fam. Like that was such a great spot. So that's how I'd put it. But the biggest recommendation I can give everybody: go do your own. Get your passport. Go stamp it. Go get your own barbecue experience, because this is Texas. This is Texas barbecue. This is what we're proud of. This is what we're known for. And what a trip. What a time. So highly recommend, highly encourage. If you feel differently, if you've had any of these places and you have a different opinion, drop a comment. Let's talk about it in the comments. Let's see if we can come to some consensus. Texans probably can't come to a consensus when it comes to barbecue, but we'll do our best. Thanks, everyone.